Yes, Bello, it tastes like trauma. Ah. Isn't it fantastic? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness on one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me a great amount of grief. Edgy poo! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really, I was trying to somehow to keep the dreams of alive, kids' dreams alive by saying in character, but you can't just pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that runabout way of talking, so I'm going to be a direct. I had a bad feeling before, but it's just made it official. Chainsaw sounds like doom. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare. I just love this monologue of Edgeworth. Like, he does not like old bag. So, you're a friend of Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? You could say that, but right now I'm just a Pink Badger, dearie. She may look harsh, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman. My name is Wendy Oldbag, but you can call me Wendy or Granny, whichever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. Huh. What are you? I care about a young whippersnapper like you. Jeez, I was just trying to be polite. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels last time we met? Huh, I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, and like the youth of today, I get called in at a time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, edgy poo! I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get a chance to see you again, and here you are talking with 2 young girls? Yeah, not all the same, doesn't... Yeah, I was gonna try. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Miss Edgeworth. Kay, please, I'm begging you, by all means, do not provoke her any further. Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't. But I can't think fate is going to be so kind today. I saw it happen. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is the witness. Ow. Okay, I need to take these like... these are actually hurting a bit now. They are pressing down on my ears in my headset and it hurts. I like these. I like these hair, my little hair hangs, but they are very not suited for hanging it when I have a headset on. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. Yes, Pigs, I would love to take some whiskey. I actually do have whiskey, I think. If I don't have whiskey, I have akavit. I think I have some whiskey left, but Tenho is holding me back from getting it. She like says no. And you can see the clips on my Discord channel if you want to like see the way she says, just like deadpan no. Kara was so kind to clip it, after all. Yes, it was just a little while ago. No drunk streaming. I don't get drunk on stream. No drunk molesting Tenho. I don't drunk molest her.
be drunk to do that?
Not where the children can hear you, dear. The moment of the murder. You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. I came to the stage to take a short break. I was resting as I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing off in that arena. Suddenly there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. I suppose. I mean, kids these days. I'm just joking. Looks like I hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Besides, this game is violent enough. Like, this game is just mentally scarring on everyone, so... I mean, between sex and murder, I think murder is the more explicit one. Sex is just, I mean, nothing big. That's not a big deal. And I really wonder, like, why, like, typically, sex is rated higher than people getting dismembered and killed and gore and all that stuff. But hey, I'm not the one setting limits for stuff like that. Every side effect. Unfortunately. What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end there towards the mean, Blue? Well, anyway, let's see if we can find out from this little old lady. You mean you took a break from being a pink badger? You may not think of it, but it's hard work keeping the kids' dreams alive. I really don't see her keeping kids' dreams alive. I seriously don't, considering she's like all grumpy and all whippersnappers all the time. You smell of sweat. Your hip creaks with pain. You even would begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a kid for life, child for life, you know. Well, that's why I choose to come here to take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids. So what did you see when you while you, the pink badger, were resting? Oh yes, that. Well... Hold it! You saw two men. Can you describe them for me? They look like your average Joes. Completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring I don't even remember much beyond that. But did I have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right. You seem to get really worked up about them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous. It's alright, Ejipu. Those two were just fools compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest in the instant I laid my eyes on them. Hold it! Yes, this one is the worst. You claim to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place. Absolutely. That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to help the person who got shot? I am only one person, you smarty ugly brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help. Two men, one bullet. So consistent with what he found out from the body. Sadly, there aren't exactly any new information to go in your testimony. Well, if I saw that guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we? While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? So, about this new problem? What's that giant grin on your face for? Do you want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you. Don't be so mean. I swear you're going to really like. So, this part is amazing. I love this part of the game. Kay is so cool, and she has all the cool gadgets. What is that gadget you're holding? What you see before it is a secret weapon of the great thief. Ah, I should have known it would be worthless. Ah, don't be like that. What do you think now? What's it doing? It's projecting something into the air. I'm going to input the necessary information into it and run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take flight, one alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the power of a true, real modern-day Robin Hood. What is this? This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I input into Little Thief. Little Thief? I just say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far. Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I use it like this... let's see. This all makes sense that the two of them are facing each other. Then a gunshot ran out and the victim fell to the ground. Ah, so with this we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past. See? So what do you think? I have to say I'm impressed with the technology thieves have to employ access to these days. Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu. Indeed. But if there isn't enough information or if something's out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness testimony. You got it! You catch on real quick, Mr. Edgeworth. Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I'll ask for clarification. Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got a little thing with me, so just let me know, okay? According to the testimony, the victims fell on the ground here. That's right, but if that's the case, then we already found our first contradiction. Huh? What? Where? If this is the real scene of a crime, there's something missing that should be here. Well, there should be blood for one thing. This is a contradiction. Is something wrong with my creation? If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not a real one? Yep, we have fancy holographic technology, but we don't have smartphones. So that's the thing. Yep. Oh, I get what is missing now. There's no blood in the ground here either, right? Right. The fact that there's no blood here casts doubt on the witness testimony. Edgy Poo! How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw. I saw the victim get shot down. You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there's another explanation for a distinct lack of blood. It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at a ready. Okay. It's all possible to recreate the face of the killer. Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into a little thief. She has a point. Look at the brought the stage down. I guess that means that they're done for now. Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start and it runs tomorrow. Do we have those? No, we don't. Oh. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume? So, you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume it's a very good chance that he was. And if he was shot while he was inside of one of those stolen costumes, then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground. Precisely. Now, if only we can prove that the victim was wearing a costume. You'd think it would be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them, since we don't seem to be anyone around. Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding those.
I'm getting a lot of lag from your stream, to be honest.
Well, it's all on my end because I have no frame drops. Actually, I have 72 frames dropped this entire stream. So, probably not on my end. This is amazing! Just feel the power of science! Emma, about that method you were talking about, finding footprints. Ah, finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed. Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints? Leave it to me. My cutting and detection kit can find anything. Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area. Okay. Stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Hey, I found something right here. I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints are layered, these seem to be the newest. Now we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we can find out with this new info. So, the victim was wearing a costume when he died. And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right? I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention. What do you want? Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. We already have all of this. I think it's the same one as before. Yeah, it's the same as before. So, does this mean that Miss Olberg's testimony has contradiction in it? Yes, I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation. See, I knew little thief would be of help. Now, let's see if we can pull more information from his old bag and put it into the recreation. For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Well, this is the one, because, like, there's a badger involved.
Objection!
Huh. 2 men. How did you know the gender of the 2 people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all. But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. From a seat in the 2nd tier. The 2nd tier? Hey, did you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, you know, I was using the phrase in a metaphorical sense. I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense. The cushy seats in the 2nd tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look at them from so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there? Well, I know I saw 2 people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I wonder how long she goes on rambling. And she's like, no, let's continue our investigation, shall we, Kai? You got it. Oh, we already have the other one. Yeah, Oleg is rambling again. Engage defensive measures against. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. Do you want me to input that little info into the little thief? Yes, if you please. Ah, okay. This is a new silhouette of the victim in the costume. Silhouette contained, depending on the information I input. But Little Thief can recreate more than just people, so investigate away. Find more information, yeah. There's clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines. Oh, come on. It wasn't even that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me. I suppose, in any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this very spot at the time. Geez, I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything? Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve the unusual situation. Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes! I remember now the kill was starting on top of the next stage. See, now let me just update this the info into the simulation. And now there's another contradiction. Because we thought the abdominal wound was the entry wound. Well, what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing with my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we discovered a real crime scene here. A real scene of the murder here at the stadium. I see. Thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little Thief is not a toy. You too, sir. That was fast. And there you have it. You see, big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now, this is a recreation. So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreations showed. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he's the killer, at least my recreation was unmarked. See? Thanks for understanding, my little crow girl. I'm more than some common crow. I'm the Atagarasu, raven of legend. Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. But we're gonna have to do the rebuttal on this logic on Monday because it's 9 o'clock. There's still some left to this here little chapter, if I recall, and yes. What is it, pigs? Circus troupe. Sort of. We can take a look at that. I mean, it is a theme park, but if you know what to look here, no, there's no, we don't have to worry about the very big circus hanging around, if that's what you're worried about. Yeah. But you don't have to worry about the very big circus. And thank God for that. Okay. So that concludes this part of today. We have gotten quite a bit of ground covered today. And